Welcome to Raw Beauty Confessions. Tonight we are shifting the mirror. We talk about what women go through, but we need to talk about the silent pressure building up on the other side of the room. Let's talk about the modern man's quiet struggle, the suffocating weight of being expected to provide, protect, and have your entire life figured out financially before you are given or even allowed a seat at the table. Why is it that society demands men to have it all together, but gives them absolutely no space to admit they are drowning? Let's go straight into an anonymous submission that hits right at the heart of this. Hi, I'm 28 years old, working 2 jobs, trying to build my business, and honestly, I'm exhausted. I see all these posts about women wanting a man who is already established, secure, and driving the luxury car. I want to be that provider, but right now I'm barely keeping my head above water. I feel like if I admit to the woman that I'm seeing I'm stressed about money or feeling insecure about my career, she's going to look at me differently and leave. I have to put on this fake hyper-confident mask every single day, but inside I'm burning out. When do men get to be human? First of all, to the brother who sent this in, brother, take a deep breath. Because you're carrying a weight that society has passed down for generations, and it is clearly a heavy burden to bear alone, and it's not your fault. Let's break down the psychology of the modern man's trap. We live in a cultural world that glorifies the end result, the success, the wealth, the luxury lifestyle, but we completely ignore the grind and the mental toll it takes to get here. Men are taught from childhood that their entire worth is tied directly to their utility, what they can provide. Because of that, a lot of men develop what we call performance-based intimacy. You convince yourself that if you aren't performing perfectly, if you aren't financially bulletproof, you are unlovable. So you mask your anxiety with bravado. You hide your struggle because you're terrified that vulnerability will be mistaken for weakness. But real strength isn't wearing a mask until you break. It's being secured enough to say, I'm building and it's heavy right now. A placeholder woman wants the finished product. A real partner respects the blueprint. To the men listening to this, are you confident or are you just running from yourself into the ground, trying to look like you have it all together? And to the women, are you creating a safe space for your man to take his armor off, or are you only celebrating him when he's winning? I want honest truth because both go hand in hand. And a lot of people need to be real and upfront. That's where the problem lies. To say that, hey, this is my mindset, this is my mental right now, I don't have time. Give the opportunity for a person to choose if they rather build with you or fold with you, because nothing is built off of nothing, right? Everything, you have to have the faith of a mustard seed. Everything is planted. Every foundation is laid, and it takes time. So men, you all need to be very open and aware. Use your discernment. Just be open to let women know that, hey, this is where I am in my life. Because 9 times out of 10, the person that you're pursuing, they have the same shit going on in their life. I don't care what it looks like. We are all only attracted to a person's physical. The person can have 10 kids, 10 felonies, 10 been unemployed for 10 years, but we don't care because we're attracted to their physical, right? So in order to break that, you need to be honest. Hi, this is what I got going on. Like you just told me, it's possible. But see, the difference is you're comfortable with me because I don't want anything from you. But if you're pursuing a woman, or if you are pursuing a man, it goes both ways, ladies, because hey, this is what I have going on. I'm not looking for anything, but I'm just letting you know up front, don't expect too much. And just to keep it real, if you're going through some shit, or if you're trying to climb that corporate ladder or be an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur, then you don't need to be dating anyway. So you need to have a median between business and pleasure. Your pleasure is for your homeboys. Your pleasure is what you do outside of what your monetary gain is, right? So you shouldn't, men and women, you shouldn't be dating anyway because you don't have anything to offer, bring anything to the table. And then you get into these positions and people require more of you based off of the lack of information that you provide. That's no one's fault. You need to be your real self. I want the real unedited truth. Fellas, drop your confessions. Ladies, tell me your thoughts. Click the link in my bio below and leave the messy details in the anonymous form. Let's talk about it. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I love you and thank you for listening.